Perfect. Tiger!
It's like he's a post negative.
Hello everybody and welcome out to another Fanboy Finds Pickups recap. What a banger of a trip. Oh my god, definitely highlighted by that amazing holiday bash show. It was fantastic. Phenomenal. Starting off this particular trip over there at the Collector's Crossroads, got myself a couple of Plastic Man comics that I was needing. Boom! Oh, this is a fantastic one. I love the cover art on this one. It's great. And for $2, getting issue number 12 is great. I need to definitely get a list in order and definitely write down what I need and make sure whenever I go into certain stores, because we had another issue there and actually 3 copies of the issue too. I thought I already had it. It's one where he's in the sewer getting like all melted and stuff by toxic waste, but I didn't pick it up because I thought I already had it and I regret it. But since they had 3, like I said, I think I can get back down there and grab it if I need to. What was also picked up there was this giant 80-page, it says up there at the top, giant 80-page of the origin of Plastic Man. It was $6, which I found actually reasonable, so I was fine paying it. And for 80 pages, I'm actually looking forward to digging into this and seeing what it has to offer. Scooting our way down to Resurrected Video was actually an interesting journey. It was kind of tucked into a corner in a way, like it was kind of nestled in, but once we found it, it was a interesting shop, stuffed to the gills with stuff. Those glass cases actually had some heavy hitters in them, but what I found at this location was a copy of No One Lives Forever, the James Bond clone series a little bit. There's a couple of titles in the series where you're actually a female James Bond-like character and going around doing secret operative missions, and it was in fantastic shape with the manual and everything, and for only 15 bucks, I think that was actually a really good deal. I can't wait to play it. Super good location coming up next at the Game Fellas Game Exchange. From the moment you walk in there, there's a charm to the store and a vibe that is fantastic. The employees are nice to talk to, and the store space is fun to traverse, like going around seeing what all they have. One thing that they did have for myself was a certain something that I talked about in a previous episode coming down to the store. Over there at Press Play, you saw me get a copy of Monster 4x4 World Circuit, but without the manual. But this day we have completed it with this right here. Whoop-blam! Oh, let's go ahead and sit that bad boy right into the case and put it to bed. Actually explaining it to him, like literally out in my car, I have a copy without the manual. Is there any way we can like just simply trade, or I can buy the manual? And they set me up, which was fantastic. That was so kind of them to do that. What I also picked up was something I was kind of on the fence about doing, but I went ahead and went for it. The Razor Scooter Blockbuster exclusive game. It was at a decent price at $30, and I think with a little bit of cleanup here, I'm gonna go ahead and polish this bad boy up a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what we can do with this particular title, because I know there's a little bit of a rise on these Blockbuster exclusive games. And I was a bit conflicted. I even talked to my boy Digibuzz while I was there. Like, this is the first time ever me doing something like this, and I don't really know how I feel. I believe in paying what the store offers and going ahead and picking this up at $30 and seeing what I can do with this. I can at least feel I can get my money back. Maybe. We'll see. Next up at that Alpha Strike Games, what a stop actually. That was a nice store and great vibes. They were playing some card games in the back room, I believe Magic the Gathering. You could tell they were all chums and good friends and having a good time. It was a great vibe. They actually had like a little bit of everything. Some really nice comic books, some TMNT play sets, some old school retro games, some new school ones, and with them playing cards in the back, they have a little bit of everything at Alpha Strike Games. But what I actually walked away with at Alpha Strike Games was a copy of Time Crisis 3. Hell yes. It's actually a version, as you can see right here, where like it's 2 discs of Time Crisis 3 and Time Crisis 2 with the manual like kind of wedged in the middle here. I'm actually interested to see what are the other games that do this. And finally, y'all, we are here. And my god, I cannot believe we have actually found this game, and this was certainly a personal grail of mine that I've been looking for years that I could not walk away from. I was just, here, take my money, please. Actually, here's a little bit of the footage right now.
2 arcade shooters in one. It is... Sorry.
Yes, indeedy. That cheeky devil, that beautiful son of a bitch, man, he hid it from me. He knew. I think I've been mentioning it several times of like back and forth of like helping him find games a little bit, and he's helping me find games. And man, I think he knew that I've been looking for this game for a very long time, and he had previously been to that location and seen it up on the shelves and was not very sure of it being the game I was talking about, but he didn't mention it at all. Did not mention it at all. Didn't say a word. Man, I think there was a couple of times like during the trip of like, and we're gonna go to D-pad, right? I think there was once or twice that he was like, we're gonna hit up D-pad on the way home, right? I think the breadcrumbs were there leading up to it, and then man, we were walking around the store and I was having such a good time, as you saw, like highlighting so many games that I just don't see at other locations. I was kind of in the midst of like, we do kind of need to wrap up a little bit. It's getting a little bit late, and we need to get the food on the way home. Like, we need to do a couple of things. We gotta go ahead and wrap this up. And I was just doing a couple more laps of looking around at stuff, getting like the Xbox section and the Wii section, and the employees start, oh, it's a arcade shooter 2-pack. I got immediately so excited that I'm now mad at myself that I stopped recording me finding out that they actually had the game I've been looking for years. I was like, take my money, start ringing it up, and I just collapsed to the floor. I was down on my knees like, finally! This game, for the Wii, Gunblade New York, and LA Machine's Arcade Hits 2-pack. Oh my god. Oh mama. Finally having this game. This is actually like childhood for me a little bit, because my local pizza shop, the CC's down the street, had this Gunblade New York and LA Machines arcade setup that I played frequently. It was LA Machines, NFL Blitz, the police training game, and also an old school cab with the roll ball that played Centipede and other titles. Man, it was a great pizza shop, little arcade in the back. But this LA Machines took up most of the space back there, and little me played this game so much. This is actually a pretty faithful port of the arcade title, as I'm led to believe. So I am looking forward to this quite a bit. And man, what a trip. A scoop up of a couple more stores that I kind of put up a little more on my plate than I kind of anticipated I had time for, coming down initially to San Antonio to see AEW. And then we went up, had ourselves a nice day trip up in Austin, and came back down, and then finished out the night. That shawarma, thank you so much for enjoying that with me, Digibubs, and making that trip with me. Digibubs86, y'all. Go ahead and head over there and give him a follow on Twitch, and do so for your boy as well. Alrighty, y'all, that's been Fanboy Finds. Let me know down in the comments there are some of the stores that you go to that are just some gems of locations. I would love to hear it. But until next time, y'all take care.